Chris here, Mercer County Boot Camp, and today we're going to break down the curriculum and answer three key questions. How is programming done around here? What kind of training do we do? And why do we do what we do? For our program, we base things off the 5 components of health and fitness. We have here our muscular strength, muscular endurance, which is how long the body can engage in muscle contractions before fatigue, your cardio, which is your heart health, flexibility, and also body composition, which is lean mass to body fat ratio. And we also have screening tests. The screening test helps us determine exactly where you are along your level of mobility, your level of stability, your movement pattern, and also your range of motion. So for the beginner who's a little bit stiff, or rather I should say very stiff, that still needs to master the fundamentals, that would be a red or level 1. If you're in somewhere in between, yellow, which is also called level 2, or green if you have great mobility, you're pretty flexible, you move around pretty good, chances are you'll be considered a green, level 3. Not to suggest that you're Superman or Superwoman, but you should be able to do most of the exercises without trouble. And in fitness, I see so many people do single joint movement, bicep curls, or like a leg extension machine, and it's no wonder why so many people quit, because it's boring. That's why we incorporate the 6 degrees of freedom. So that's heaving, swaying, surging, pitching, yawing, rolling. And here's a little picture just to show how advanced the body really can move when you train it the right way. So as opposed to just going up and down, you have different movement patterns that can get you to where you want to be. And I've seen all the stuff these days with high volume based training, 50 reps of this and 100 reps of that. I'm not going to mention names here, but we don't do things that way. And here's a little summary as far as how we progressively change levels of difficulty. If you're going high intense so much, you're going to eventually overtrain, get hurt. There's going to be metabolic waste in your bloodstream, which is going to make you sick. Mental fatigue, it's never a good thing. So that's why we do tend to strategize all the workout protocols, and that's why we do believe in that gradual improvement. So once we improve, then we can eventually progress and have some more fun things to do. So Phase 1 is corrective and strength. First month here is core and stabilization, then endurance, and then a mass assault. So for corrective strength, the idea is to start at the most appropriate level possible and try to regain the normal functions by addressing musculoskeletal imbalances that you may have. So if you always seem to have tight hamstrings, something's up. If you can't squat, something's up with your hips, possibly lower back. So we address all of those things at first so that we can lower risk of injury. So better to get it out the way now. Also with endurance, we do train you to be heart ready for more aerobic or air-based activity. And as far as mass assault, with the strength training, we use the right amount of time and tension. Also, we're going to help you recruit the most muscles possible with full body movement, which is totally machine free. And we're also going to maximize the efficiency of your nervous system by making sure that your form is nice and aligned, and we eventually add those levels of sophistication. Now, between April and June, we're going to start Phase 2, which is body flow. And here we're challenging the 6 degrees of freedom that you saw through chain bodyweight exercises, parallel bars, and animal-based movements in a group fashion, or even in a circuit fashion. So what does that mean? And during the months of July through September, we'll be entering our Phase 3, which is tactical fitness. It's going to be your ability to perform, improvise, and also resolve a continuum of reality-based physical skills that teaches you how to use your body as a whole, and covers a wide range of movement that's orthodox, varied, and of course improvised, as already stated. And a couple of the tools of the trade. For one, we have our club bells there, and also our kettlebells. We'll be going through that during the month of August. The fundamentals of using kettlebells. If you don't use them right, you can get injured. And then tactical flow, which will be transitioning between these two modalities, and again branching and also forming chains of exercises in seamless transitions. Phase 4, combat training, which is going to be a form of training that's going to combine movements inspired by Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, drills and exercises. And during this particular month of November, the combat kettlebell, it's going to again feature the kettlebell with more advanced type moves. Again, that does have some types of influence from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then combat flow, we are going to again combine the two two different patterns here seamlessly, and combine all the movements into a series of high intense workouts with dynamic full body movements. We will eventually use things like battling ropes, again, medicine balls, etc. So the goal is to definitely kick butt and take advantage of these movements that you've learned throughout 2014. And so when people ask, what kind of training do you do, you can kind of tell why it's hard to describe it in 10 seconds or less, and why for someone like me it's insulting to be compared to the likes of outdoor boot camps where all they do are jump jacks and push-ups, or cross you-know-what. So with more than 300 different exercises and hundreds of different combinations, that in a very, very big nutshell is what you can expect with Mercer County Boot Camp's 2014 curriculum.